welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're tackling something so many of you ask about. How do you really learn English effectively?
Yeah, it's a big question.
It is. We've got this great collection of advice straight from someone who's actually done it, gone through the whole process.
Which is often the best kind of advice, isn't it? Real world experience.
Exactly. So our mission today is to go beyond the usual stuff. We want to unpack the core ideas, the things that actually work to help you no matter where you're starting from.
We're aiming for those really valuable, actionable strategies you can use right away.
Spot on. We're not just skimming. We're doing a deep dive. Okay, let's get into it.
It's great having such a personal account, actually. It shows language learning isn't just, books and grammar. It's a real lived thing.
Right. Psychology, practical stuff. And the very first point is huge. Immersion, specifically active listening. This person talks about being really scared at first.
Yeah.
But they started listening to English stories every single day.
Wow. Daily.
Yeah. And slowly, understanding just started happening. And the fear, it just kind of faded.
That makes perfect sense. It ties into something called comprehensible input. Even if you don't get every word.
Right.
Your brain is still soaking it all in. The sounds, the rhythm.
The music of it almost.
Exactly. Patterns. It's building this subconscious foundation.
Yeah.
And listening to different things, stories, songs, news, they suggest that broadens the input massively.
Okay, so you're immersed, you're listening, but then the advice really stresses you got to practice consistently.
The P word. Practice.
Yeah, but it's more than just practice makes perfect. It's about doing it daily, even when you mess up. And the key thing, mistakes aren't bad.
No, not at all. That's such a critical mindset shift.
They're like opportunities.
Yeah.
Feedback.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Learning opportunities. So many people get paralyzed by the fear of saying something wrong.
Totally. I've been there.
If you can see mistakes as just information, data points, it frees you up. You become more fearless about actually speaking, which you need for fluency.
Makes sense. Okay, so listening, speaking. What about reading? The advice here is really practical. Start simple, like picture books.
Oh, I love that suggestion.
Because the pictures give you context straight away, right? It makes figuring out new words way less intimidating.
Definitely. Visual cues are powerful.
They mention reading this simple story about a lost cat and being surprised how many words they picked up just from that.
And that's the beauty of reading in context. You're not just memorizing lists.
Yeah, lists are boring.
Well, they can be less effective anyway. Seeing words and sentences shows you how they work. Starting simple builds that confidence, that momentum. Then you can tackle harder stuff later. It's like building foundations.
Right. Okay, so we're taking stuff in, listening, reading, but we also need to push stuff out, right? Produce the language.
Absolutely. Active skills.
And the advice strongly suggests regular writing, even if it's small things, like what you did today. Thoughts, little notes.
Personal stuff.
Yeah. The speaker kept a notebook, wrote daily. And just doing that, maybe seeing their own mistakes later, was super helpful.
Writing forces you to grapple with it differently. You have to choose the words, build the sentences, apply the rules yourself.
It's more active thinking.
Exactly. And starting personal, like you said, lowers the pressure, makes it relevant, keeps you motivated.
Okay, let's switch gears a bit. Visuals again, but moving ones. Videos, watching cartoons, movies, shows in English.
Fun and effective.
Yeah. It's not just entertainment. You hear natural speech, you see pronunciation. The source learned new words from some funny cartoon about a dog.
And think about all the extra clues. Facial expressions, body language, what's happening on screen.
True, yeah.
It all helps you understand, even if you miss words. Plus, if it feels like fun, not study, you'll probably do it more often.
Good point. Okay, so watching, listening, but language is about talking to people, right?
Fundamentally, yes.
Communication.
And the source really hammers home the value of conversation practice. Talking with friends who speak English face-to-face, online, whatever. That real-time interaction.
Yeah. They had a friend who was really helpful, and they saw clear improvements in their vocab, how they used words, just from chatting.
That makes total sense. You apply what you learn instantly, you get feedback, you build fluency.
What if you don't have English-speaking friends nearby?
Good question. Language exchange partners online are fantastic for that. You find someone learning your language, you teach each other, win-win.
Cool. Okay, now, this is a big one for a lot of learners, myself included sometimes. Patience.
Ah, yes. The long game.
The advice is blunt. It takes time. It's gradual, not a race.
So true.
The speaker admits feeling discouraged sometimes, like, is this ever going to happen? But sticking with it, those small daily steps, that's what led to progress.
Patience really is a virtue here. Progress isn't always a straight line up. You'll have plateaus.
Definitely felt those.
Recognizing it's long-term, focusing on just showing up consistently rather than expecting miracles overnight, that helps avoid burnout.
Right. Okay, practical tools,
Yeah.
dictionaries.
Yeah.
They're seen as essential,
Yep, still vital, even with apps and translators.
but not just for definitions.
Yeah.
This person actually carried a dictionary around
Old school. I like it.
and looked up words immediately. The key was understanding pronunciation and how the word is used in sentences, not just the meaning.
That's the deeper level. Moving beyond just knowing what a word means to knowing how to use it correctly and saying it right.
Exactly. Okay, want to make it less like work. Games.
Yes. Gamification.
Word games, puzzles, quizzes. Fun ways to learn without feeling like you're studying. They remember playing a word game with friends and learning loads just by having fun.
Play reduces anxiety, makes you more receptive. Things stick better when you're relaxed and enjoying it. It's solid learning science, actually.
Interesting. Okay, here's a concept that feels advanced, maybe. Thinking in English.
Ooh, that's a big milestone.
The source says it's tough at first, but the payoff is huge for fluency. You form sentences faster, more naturally. They talk about shifting from mentally translating everything
Which is slow and clunky.
to actually just thinking in English.
That's when you know the language is really integrating. You're processing directly in English. It speeds everything up, allows for more nuance.
So how do you get there? Well, keep going. Setting achievable goals seems key.
Small steps.
Yes, start small. Learn a few words a day. Read one page. That feeling of hitting even a small goal is motivating. The speaker set weekly targets for vocab or reading.
It's like the SMART goals idea. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound. Small wins build momentum. You feel like you're getting somewhere.
Makes sense. And to make sure those wins stick, review. Regularly going back over notes, writings, stuff you listen to.
Crucial for memory. Don't just learn it and forget it.
This person reviewed their notes weekly, said it helped things stick, and also let them see their own progress.
Right. It reinforces the learning. Techniques like spaced repetition, reviewing things just as you're about to forget them, are really powerful for long-term memory.
Spaced repetition.
Okay.
Now, maybe underlying all of this. Mindset, staying positive.
Hugely important, often underestimated.
The advice is, positivity makes it easier. Believing you can learn is key. The speaker felt like giving up sometimes, but stayed positive and pushed through.
Your attitude shapes everything. If you believe you can, you put in the effort. Effort leads to results. Results boost belief. It's a positive cycle.
And linked to that is how you see mistakes, which we touched on. Embrace them. Learn from them. Don't get discouraged.
Yes, reframing mistakes again. They're not failures, they're feedback. Analyze why you made the error. That's active learning.
So it sounds like, ultimately, you need to find some joy in it.
Absolutely. Intrinsic motivation.
If you actually enjoy discovering new words or understanding a story, it stops feeling like a chore. The speaker found that enjoyment actually sped things up.
When you enjoy it, you invest more time, more energy. You persist through the hard bits because there's genuine satisfaction in it.
To help with that enjoyment and immersion, the advice suggests creating an English environment. Surround yourself with it.
Music, movies.
Yeah, even changing your phone language to English,
Yeah.
which this person did. Constant low-level exposure.
Exactly. Passive learning counts too. Your brain picks things up even when you're not consciously studying.
Another technique, repetition. Saying words, sentences out loud.
Good for memory and pronunciation.
The speaker just kept repeating words until they felt easy. Build confidence for speaking too.
It strengthens those neural pathways, and physically saying the words trains your mouth muscles, makes it feel more natural.
Keeping it fun. Singing English songs, making up silly stories with words you know.
Gets different parts of the brain involved, makes it more memorable, more engaging. If you can make yourself laugh while learning, that's a win.
Definitely. Okay, this is crucial. Use new stuff immediately. Learn a word. Try to use it in speaking or writing ASAP.
Active recall, application.
They use the example of learning beautiful and then consciously using it in different sentences to make it stick.
Yes. Takes it from passive recognition, oh, I know that word, to active use. I can use that word. Big difference.
And remember to pace yourself. Take breaks. It's not a sprint.
Marathon, not a sprint. Classic, but true.
Slow and steady is fine. The speaker felt slow sometimes, but realized every single word learned was progress.
Burnout is real. Push too hard, you crash. Regular breaks let your brain rest, consolidate. It's actually more efficient long term.
Good reminder. For writing practice, journaling in English is recommended. Daily life, thoughts, dreams.
Low pressure personal practice, excellent idea.
The speakers saw real improvement in their writing over time doing this.
It lets you experiment freely, play with language in a meaningful context. You'll naturally see growth.
What if you get stuck? Ask questions.
Please do. Don't suffer in silence.
Seeking clarification isn't weakness, it's active learning. This person asked teachers, friends, even just asked themselves questions.
It shows you're engaged. It fills the gaps. Essential.
And feeling frustrated or tired? That's normal too.
Totally normal.
Take a break, step away, come back fresh. The speaker used this strategy.
Managing your energy, your emotions, it's part of learning effectively. A short break can reset everything.
And when you do make progress, celebrate it.
Yes. Acknowledge the wins.
Small things. Learned 10 new words. Finished a chapter. Reward yourself. It keeps you motivated. The speaker had little personal rewards.
Reinforces the positive habits. Makes you want to keep going.
Learning with others. Studying with friends. Language groups.
Very beneficial. Mutual support. Sharing tips.
Makes practice more fun, maybe.
Often, yes. And you learn from each other's strengths and mistakes. Builds confidence speaking in a safe space, too.
Interesting idea. Listen to yourself speak. Record yourself reading or talking.
Self-monitoring. Powerful tool.
Then listen back. You can often spot your own pronunciation issues. The speaker did this to refine things.
To make them more aware of your patterns, then you can consciously work on them.
Okay, really important point. Don't compare yourself to others.
Oh, definitely not. Everyone's different.
Everyone learns at their own speed. Focus on your journey, your progress. The speaker realized this was key for them.
Comparison is usually demotivating. You don't know their background, their time investment. Focus on your own personal best.
Get creative. Use imagination. Draw pictures for words. Write poems. Act things out.
Makes it stick. Connects language to other senses, other parts of your brain. More memorable, more fun.
Stay organized. Keep notes, vocab lists, schedules tidy.
Reduces the feeling of being overwhelmed. Helps you use study time efficiently. Structure helps.
And consistency again. Daily practice, even short bursts, beats cramming.
Absolutely. Builds momentum. Keeps the knowledge fresh, like watering a plant regularly.
Be kind to yourself. It's hard work. Be patient, gentle, especially when struggling.
Self-compassion, crucial for resilience. It's okay to find it hard. Acknowledge that, then keep going.
Flashcards get a mention. Still useful.
Yeah, classic for a reason. Great for quick vocab review, spaced repetition. Portable too.
Try to really immerse yourself fully. Think in English, speak it, write it, even, dare I say, dream in it.
To the extent you can, yes. Maximize exposure. Use it actively. Makes it more intuitive.
Cultivate curiosity about the language, the culture. It's a huge motivator.
Intrinsic drive. If you're genuinely interested, you'll keep exploring, keep learning.
Check your goals regularly. Are they still right? Adjust them. Maybe you need more challenge or a different focus.
Keeps things relevant. Ensures you're always stretching yourself appropriately.
Use online resources, websites, apps, videos. There's so much out there.
Absolutely. Interactive lessons, quizzes, games. Massive help. Accessible too.
Learn about the culture behind the language. Holidays, traditions, food.
Provides context. Language doesn't exist in a vacuum. Understanding culture deepens your understanding of the language itself. Idioms, politeness.
Keep yourself motivated. Figure out what works for you. Rewards, specific goals. Find your drivers.
Personal motivation is key to sustaining the effort long term.
Listen to different accents. British, American, Australian, Indian.
Yes. Improves overall comprehension. Prepares you for the real world where everyone sounds different.
Apply it in real life. Traveling, ordering food, asking directions. Use it.
Builds practical confidence. Shows you language isn't just academic, it's a tool.
Be open to new things, new words, new phrases, new ways of saying things. Keep growing.
Language evolves. You need an adaptable mindset to keep learning effectively.
Practice making your own sentences with new words. Don't just memorize, create. Even silly sentences help.
Solidifies understanding. Moves it to active use. Crucial step.
Watch English TV shows. Great for natural everyday language and culture.
Yep, authentic input, often more engaging than textbook dialogues.
Try different methods. Podcasts, writing stories, acting. Find what clicks for you.
Experiment. Everyone learns differently. Find your preferred style. Keeps things fresh.
Maybe focus on one thing at a time. Vocab one day, speaking the next. Avoid overwhelm.
Good strategy for some, makes it feel more manageable. Focused practice.
Connect learning to your life.
Yeah.
Use new words to describe your day, your weather, your feelings.
Makes it relevant. Easier to remember things that connect to your own experience.
Build that confidence. Believe you can do it, even with mistakes.
Self-belief fuels persistence. Essential ingredient.
Find joy in the small wins. Every new word is progress.
Appreciating the journey, step by step, keeps morale high.
Listen to English radio.
Yeah.
Good for getting the rhythm, even if you don't understand it all.
Passive listening again. Acclimatizes your ear to the flow.
View it as an adventure. Discovering treasures, finding new paths.
Love that metaphor. Makes it exciting, not a chore. Fosters curiosity.
Use language learning apps. Interactive, gamified practice.
Great supplementary tool, convenient, often fun.
Remember those breaks. Rest prevents burnout, helps focus.
So important. Don't skip the breaks. Essential for consolidation.
Use visual aids. Pictures, videos, charts. Helps understanding stick.
Engages different learning channels, makes
Yeah.
abstract things clearer.
Don't be afraid to go back. Review basics if needed. Strengthen the foundation.
No shame in revisiting. Solid foundations are key.
Set those personal rewards. Incentives help.
A little extrinsic motivation can go a long way.
Keep that curiosity alive. Always want to learn more.
The engine of lifelong learning.
Listen to English podcasts. Accessible practice on endless topics.
Great for listening skills, vocab, learning about interests in English.
Use English in multiple ways. Speak, write, read, listen. All four skilled.
And balanced development, they all reinforce each other.
And finally, take notes. Helps memory, gives you review material.
Ah,
Okay, wow. That was a lot of advice.
it really was. What's amazing is how comprehensive it is, all from one person's journey. It truly shows learning English well is multifaceted.
Yeah, it's not just one thing, is it? It's study, but also mindset, habits, finding fun,
Yeah.
actively using it.
Exactly, a holistic process.
And because it's so personal, the real takeaway for you, listening, is probably to pick and choose. See what sparks your interest from all this. What feels doable for you.
That's the key question, isn't it? Which of these makes you think, yeah, I could try that? Which one fits your life, your style?
Start there. Be patient with yourself. Remember, every little bit counts.
Definitely. So thinking about all these strategies, maybe the thing to mull over is, beyond just learning words and rules, how can you weave English more deeply into the fabric of your actual life?
Ooh, I like that. Making it part of who you are, not just something you study.
Exactly.
So, as we wrap up, remember, learning English is this amazing journey of growth, like tending a garden, maybe.
Yeah.
Every little effort helps something beautiful grow over time.
Keep watering it. Keep curious. Stay enthusiastic. Stay dedicated.
And the more you immerse yourself, the more you actively use it.
the more natural it all becomes.
We would absolutely love to hear from you now. What works for you? What are your top tips? Share them in the comments. Let's build a community and learn together. Thanks so much for joining us for this deep dive.
Yeah, it's been fascinating unpacking all this.
Keep learning, keep growing, and keep shining.